Oops. I can't tell if this is working. And we're back. That was not very fun way to end that stream. We are now playing Railroads Online. I don't even think the title changed, did it? Oh well. Yeah, I don't know if I can change the title. I'm gonna have to do that from my phone, so now it's the wrong thing. I don't know which one to play. We can do Silverton Northern, we can do Rio Grande, we can do Central Pacific. We're gonna do Rio Grande again. You missed Michael's stream completely the other day, Red Oak Trains. It was sad. We were both expecting to see you join his, what was it, Tuesday at some point, but understandable. You can't make all the streams. Yeah, that's definitely understandable. I don't have to go back to work for another month. I have winters off because it's seasonal work. I don't know how to change the title of this from how is how is Thomas able to make someone rage quit? Oh, it wasn't Thomas, it was Diesel, and Devious Diesel managed to do it. I have to change the title. How do I change this stupid thing? Oh, okay, I can just go to edit. I have to change the stream name. Okay. There we go. Okay, that bell is driving me absolutely nuts now. Okay, that bell is driving me nuts. Which engine is doing it? God, the bells in this game are so annoying. They're doing it again. So I think Michael is on Discord now. I still have yet to make a Discord. What industry am I gonna do? Oh, I have to build out here. I needed to build an industry for the iron. Oh, the smelters. I have to take trains down to the smelter thing. I have to run cordwood. I'm going to use one of the tank engines. I'm going to use the Uintah as my cordwood train. Oh, hey, Michael. Michael, were you here to see me rage quit Thomas the Tank Engine? Because that wasn't a very good moment. Oh, yeah, you missed out. I was streaming the Train Sim World Thomas DLC for an hour, and I kept failing to notice the red signals and running through them, and the train or yeah, I would run the trains through the red signal, which would fail the mission, and it would start you over from the beginning with no checkpoints. And then you would have unskippable cutscenes for 2 minutes, and I was about ready to just like lose it with the last one. So we're back to Railroads Online for now. Yeah, I can't read signals. That's the gist of it. Yeah, if you go back to the last stream and like watch the last 5 minutes, you'll see me crash out over it. It wasn't very fun. Railroader with Vintage Renewed. Vintage Renewed, is that who you were playing with on the last stream you did? Yeah, I thought so. Again, Joel, it wasn't Thomas that made me mad. It was Diesel, because Devious Diesel kept running me through signals that they weren't setting properly. I need to buy some new cars. I need to buy cars for Cordwood. I don't think I have any. Well, that's an interesting color for a flat car. All right, have a good night, Chessie. And good luck tomorrow, by the way. The broken 440 in the background. What broken 440? Are you talking about that Montezuma I have parked over there? Oh! Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, we can just totally run that frame right there. It looks like that's being held up by a tie. I'll get right on purchasing that. What? Oh, the stupid ghost tracks. Alright, oh, I didn't set the points. Oops. Alright. Hopefully this track I just laid doesn't have a bunch of rocks in it or something, so it's going to be upsetting if this all flies off the tracks again. It just flew off the tracks again. What? What was that? That didn't happen. Where are the cars at? They just How are the cars already this far away? Where? What? It's going to take a lot more for another rage quit to happen again after that. After Thomas the Tank Engine won. I still can't believe I seriously rage quit a Thomas the Tank Engine game. Oh my god. It's knuckle couplers. I've always been able to use knuckle couplers on PlayStation. It was just a glitch on the first, like the base game or whatever. It was glitched where you couldn't use the knuckle couplers, but they patched it with the first update, so now you can just use them now with no issue. Thank God, because that was really horrible and really annoying getting stuck with link and pin couplers for the base game. This is the slowest Switch engine I've ever driven in my life. This thing's like not even topping out at 20 miles per hour. How do I turn the light on? Oh, here we go. There's no dynamo. I really need to see if there's anybody that watches these streams that are on PlayStation 5 to try and get a multiplayer thing. That'd be a lot more fun if I actually had people to play with for streams on multiplayer. Yeah, knuckle couplers are available right at the start of the game. Oh, I forgot to open the throttle back up. Oops. Yeah, it's a toggle. You can toggle the option to use knuckle couplers. You don't have to unlock them or anything. I only didn't use them at the beginning when the game first came out because they were glitched and weren't working right, but they do now. Why is my engine halfway out of sand already? I didn't even use sand on. What? What? Oh, we're almost at the mill already. Come on! Where's the cordwood? What siding do you... This one. We don't need this headlight anymore. They kind of do look like cookie jars now that you say that. was I watching the other day? It was Ice. Oh, he made like burritos or enchiladas or something in 491's Firebox, and it actually it actually came out looking really good. He like cooked the steak and everything for the or the quesadillas. They were quesadillas that he made in 491's Firebox. They actually came out looking quite good. Why won't you load? Load! Oh, it's because I'm on the wrong siding, of course. I'm on the wrong siding. Why does it say, I just saw my sandbar drop and the sand isn't even on? Why is it losing sand? It's weird that this game doesn't have any oil burners. I mean, they have the entire oil industry set up as a component to the game, so it seems like that they would have added oil burners to the game. Oh, I didn't set the points again. This is not my night with points. I don't even think I've been fueling the firebox at all. I have not. We might be going back to Thomas the Tank Engine in a minute here. I'm not going to let that stupid diesel ruin the night for me, just because he kept failing me at the red signals. Alright, let's try loading it now that we're actually on the proper siding. Michael, I don't know if you saw, but I was talking about it earlier. But Broadway is coming out with these new Bull Moose articulateds for Union Pacific. They're like, what are they, 2880s? They're pretty large engines, probably like late 20s, early 30s is when they would have been built. And there are some of the most cursed liveries on these locomotives I've ever seen in my life. They have one of these 2880s painted as Union Pacific 119. Oh yeah, I forgot. And it's just most out of place, ugly paint scheme I've ever seen in my life. I don't understand these fantasy schemes at all. Yeah, they put 119 on an articulated locomotive. It doesn't look right at all. I still can't get over how awful those shays of theirs sound. The chugging sound effects on those shays they just released is so bad, it's almost comical. Except it's not, though, when they cost like $600. Which reminds me, the new Bachmann Spectrum locomotives, their new shays cost like $500 from Train World, which means they're already discounted to $500. I don't even want to know how much those new shays are going to cost MSRP on Bachmann's website. Yeah, I would imagine. So, what did they use? I think they use, what's it called, like Sleuth smoke units or something? I heard they just went out of business. Oh my god, $800 for an HO scale Shay? Are they smoking crack? Sooth. There we go, thank you. Yeah, I'm sure that the LGB and Markland engines would be able to utilize those smoke units better in larger scales. They don't look right in HO scale, though. I can't name one locomotive that I've seen in HO scale that had a good-looking smoke unit in it. Off to the mine we go. John's watching the camera. I've never seen MTH HO smoke units. What does MTH have in HO scale? I'm going to take a picture of John Railroadson real quick. That's going to be my new profile picture for a few days for YouTube. Oh, I saw that video. I think he had that indoors too, didn't he? I'm pretty sure I saw that video. The smoke output on that locomotive was nuts. I don't remember what siding I'm supposed to put all this crap on. I think this one. We'll find out. What do I get? I get that JT. I think it's called JT's brand smoke. I'm on the wrong siding. Crap. And that MTH Wanderer puts out so much smoke that after like 5 minutes of running it on a basic loop, I have to turn it off and air out the room that it's in. Because the smoke output of that 440 is so dense. It's not even, it's just crazy. JT Mega Steam. Thank you. And then I bought it. It was supposed to smell like oranges when it burned that fuel in the locomotive, but I never got any smells off of the locomotive smoke fluid. It just smelled like oil. It was just horrible to breathe. Oh, and hello, Vintage Renewed. Yeah, you can do the switches through the map on PlayStation. I just didn't for whatever reason. Oh, I do have a switch I need to do, though. Yeah, you showed me that general that you have, I think, Michael. The one I think you repainted it and like put a new cab on it. That looked really nice. That finished result. If that's the one you're talking about. I just overshot the station platform. Oh no, I didn't overshoot it. So we have Vintage and we have Michael. All we need is Peter now to somehow hack into my PlayStation so he can mess with the points like he did to you guys the other night. I can't even unload this last car. Oh well. Let's go check in on our product. See if we have any steel being produced yet. Well, we got rails being built. And we have some raw iron. I forgot what that even feeds into. Where's the thing? Facilities. No. Industries, here we go. Iron ore makes a smelter. Oh, okay, so I can make coal now. I can actually fuel my coal-powered locomotives now. That's neat. Yeah, Railroads Online is pretty dead for the most part. I don't think I have seen anybody other than Red Oak and I stream it lately at all. This is like a placeholder game until Century of Steam comes out, which this game is going to be absolutely so over once that game comes out. Yeah, I need to find people on PlayStation to play it with. Because that would be just so much more fun to play the multiplayer than just single player alone. I would get a computer, but I spent all my money on model trains. Literally all of it. It's all gone on model trains. And when I get more money, it's going to get spent on more trains. And it's just an infinite cycle of me buying more trains. But seriously, though, I am going to get a computer at some point before Century of Steam is released. Because I'm absolutely going to be playing that once it comes out. Absolutely. Lordy, lordy, lordy. I need to get up out of my bed for a second and stretch my legs. Good lord. God. Yeah, exactly, vintage. Exactly. Alrighty. Looks like we're ready to go. Just about. Probably should check my firebox. Oh, we're almost completely out of fuel. That's good. Come on. Get in there. Exactly. The only thing that sucks about model railroading is space. You can only do so much with the finite amount of space that you're allotted for them, which sucks. I really want to get into G-scale, but I have no place to do G-scale. I have very limited O-scale because I have like no space for it, so I'm pretty much stuck with HO. N-scale is just way too small for my liking, so I sold almost all of it. Yeah, and money especially now because the inflation's getting really bad now too. Then again, it's always been pretty bad. It's just getting worse now. I need to build an engine shed for this thing. N-scale is nice. I tried N-scale. I really did. I really tried getting into it. I bought a bunch of buildings and track and engines and cars for it. And I can't, the servicing of them is just too much because I already have shaky hands to begin with. And the last time I tried servicing one, I broke my Bachmann N-scale 460. So I'm like, I'm done. I'm not doing it anymore. It's too small and finicky for me to work with. To me, I think HO is the perfect scale because it's just small enough to be able to fit a lot of stuff into a relatively small space. But it's also large enough to where it's a bit easier to work on them, no matter, what your age is. I know that a lot of older modelers have issues with N-scale too. Yeah, I didn't used to have much rolling stock myself either, but lately I've been pretty much buying exclusively rolling stock at this point just so I have more for my engines to pull. You have my respect for kit bashing and N-scale. That's got to be quite the interesting experience for engines that small to be kit bashing. I always thought it would be cool to build like the Gory and Defeated that John Allen did in N-scale, or the Jerome and Southwestern. Those are my two favorite layouts I think I've ever seen. Hello there, Southern Rail fan. I just derailed an engine or a car. Whoops. Oh, we got back on the tracks. Nice. Alright, I'm gonna build an engine shed while this thing loops back around. Alright, I need an engine shed because I'm going to store that little 060 over here somewhere. It's a matter of where. I don't know what I was watching, but I saw something on YouTube where somebody made like they took, what was it, trains? And they made like a SpongeBob skin and put it over like an F3 or something. It was incredible. It was incredibly cursed. I don't know what they were, who did that or what they were thinking to put a SpongeBob fantasy paint scheme on an EMD F3, but you know, it's different. You remember seeing that? Yeah, that video is ancient. I'll have to try that, Joel, because I am not able to get all my cars on that siding currently. 430. Good Lord. Well, it's nice seeing you. Hopefully I'm saying this correctly. One true noob. Either way, it was nice seeing you in the stream, though. Oh, there's not going to be enough room. Oh, there is enough room. Just barely can put a siding in. Where's the engine at? I have time. Come on, the train's coming. Come on. Alright, I gotta stop what I'm doing to stop this train. Does this even have any water in it? Hey, we've been running a locomotive with no water in it for 15 minutes. Yeah, I'm going to try that with the siding there because I need to use all these cars. It's going to take forever to unload all this over there if I can't use it. My favorite engine? Ooh, I like the Eureka, but it has really garbage stats. I like the Glenbrook, but it's not the best either. I have to say, I don't know. I like the Mastodon, that 480. Probably the Mastodon or the K27 if I had to pick. K27 is the best stats, I think, besides that articulated. So I'd have to go with probably the K27 as my favorite. I'll have to try that real quick. I'm going to go over that siding and try it. The Climax is pretty good. The whistle used to sound much better on that Climax, and then something happened, and now it sounds really synthy. The Lima's pretty good, too. So what are you saying, Joel? I put a 90-degree crossing in right here, or do I need to remove this section of track? Yeah, it would have been nice to change whistles, but that's going to be in Century of Steam, thankfully. So I think they have like over 100 different whistle variations in Century of Steam that they're planning on including the famous, was it Nathan or Lima 5 chime that number 3 has, CR3. So I'm definitely going to be using that whistle quite a bit. That in the what is it, Central Georgia 5 chime is really nice too. Joel, do I need to remove this track to do that? Do I need to remove the track all the way to here? Is this what you're talking about, Joel? I'm going to try this and see if it doesn't. No, there's still clearance issues. Crap. Actually, this might work here if I just build the grade up a bit. This might actually work. Switches. I'm going to try this one real quick, because this looks like it might actually be able to work. Yeah. How many? What is it at now? What is the smelters? It's at 56. We'll just try it this way for now and see how it goes. Hopefully it won't be too bad. Yeah, I should have put a hump yard into this map, but I didn't though, because I'm too lazy. Oh, the bell's doing the glitch again. Party time. Oh, it stopped. Alright. We need more of these stupid bulkhead cars. We'll try 3 more. That's 8 cars total. Here we go. Alright, I hope this little 062 has enough torque to it to be able to actually pull all these cars. Where's the last car? There it is. Here we go. I wonder how many crackheads actual engineers see on a day-to-day basis in those yards. Because I was watching some guy who worked for like UP or something talk about how he on the daily sees drug addicts just tweaking out in their rail yards, and the railroad police, like have to kick them off the property frequently. Wow. When I was in Durango, I saw some homeless people, and they were like feet away from the railroad tracks, camped out by the narrow gauge tracks. I'm like, oh, you guys picked like the worst spot to like set up camp because you have a steam locomotive that's going to be running like 3 days a week right past you. Seems like you might want to have picked a better spot for your camp setup than by the active tracks. All right, hopefully this little teensy weensy switcher can make it up the grade. I used to watch this show on, it was like TLC channel, back when we had cable, and there was this show called My Strange Obsessions or something. And there was a lady that literally put sand on all of her food for added crunch, and she like destroyed all of her teeth. And she was sprinkling sand on gum, she was sprinkling sand on her chips and her sandwiches and like everything. Because she like accidentally fell into yeah, she accidentally fell into like a sandbox or something, she said, and got a mouthful of sand and became obsessed with the texture of it. It was and then there was another lady that was on there. I don't know if it was the same episode, but her addiction was like just huffing gasoline, and she'd carry it like a 5-gallon jug of freaking gasoline with her. And just like puff the gasoline in her car. She'd be driving and getting high off of gasoline fumes and stuff. And it was like the most bizarre show I've ever seen. Yeah, there was another one that was eating rocks too. Then there was some woman who married a train station. She married a Santa Fe train station. It was in like San Bernardino or something. This is Railroads Online, Hayes. Yeah, I don't want to talk about the guy that fell in love with his car because he was doing questionable stuff to that car. And then there's a lady who married a Ferris wheel as well. Turkey and Swiss sandwich sounds amazing right now. As long as you're not like the lady in that show that was like walking up to the train station, rubbing the train station, then I think that's probably not nearly as bad. Because she was like rubbing the train station and stuff. No promises. Oh wow, this actually works, but I need to build more tracks so I don't go flying off the tracks real quick. Track time. That's still not enough track. Are you kidding? Why am I... Ugh, I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. Why is this stream turning into a locomotive marrying stream? This isn't the conversation I was expecting to be cultivated during this stream. Oh. For being YouTube Live, I don't want to jinx it, but I don't even know if I should say it, but I've seen some really, really bad YouTube live stream comments before. There's a couple of other model railroad channels that live streamed. I won't say who it happened to, because just for their, just so I don't embarrass them or anything or whatever. But there's a couple of other model railroaders I watch live streams too, and oh my god, their chats would be so bad sometimes that they get moderators. Just so bad. I've seen some really foul stuff in some of those live stream chats that aren't even relevant to model railroading. Do I take CRF number 3 to be my wedded locomotive? You don't want to know the stuff that I was reading in these live stream chats. They were really, really bad. It was like beyond people joining the stream just to troll. Like, it was like straight up hateful comments and like really horrible stuff being thrown at the model railroader, and people insulting the hobby, joining this live stream just to insult the hobby, and then say, like, personally insult the people hosting the streams and then leaving before they got moderators for it. It was really bad. I felt really bad for those people. And I know they were keeping up with the live stream chat too and reading it too. Both streamers. It was horrible. Yeah, I use whistle codes usually. I'm just not doing them right now because I don't feel like it. But I have a few grade crossings that I built that I use them at, and I use the backup and forwards and stop ones too when I want to feel prototypical. Yeah, I know they are chronically online. That's what I was saying to the people, because I was talking to the streamers after that happened. I'm like, you know, the people that are insulting you literally have no life. You can tell that they have no life because they have nothing better to do than go and insult people that are enjoying their life and doing a hobby online. So it was, God, it was awful. You drop the sandwich. 5-second rule. Unless it like landed with like all the meat and everything on the floor, then it gets thrown in the garbage. I hate those paper plates that do that. What was it? It was like middle school, and somebody in my class like they dropped their sandwich, and it landed with like the mayonnaise and mustard. Like half the sandwich fell, and like the half that fell had mayonnaise and mustard, and it hit the gym floor because our cafeteria was also in the gym. And they picked up the sandwich, and it had like garbage all over, like dirt and everything all over the sandwich, and they proceeded to eat it off of the gym floor. It was nasty. Well, that's good. %7 grades? What are you running on 7% grades? Yeah, but what locomotives are you using to run that 7% grade? Because that would be like a nightmare for most locomotives in this game. Unless it's like a K27 or a Shay. Those are like the only two engines I could see making it up that. Class 47. I guess I could see how that engine could make it up the hill if it had a light train, I guess. Hello, train guy. God, the sand. The sand eating again. The sand consumption. I wonder if anybody's built switchbacks in this game. That would take forever to run a train through a switchback in this game. Back and forth, back and forth. Did he? I can only imagine how long it would take to run a train through that. That would be dreadful with this game's mechanics. We're going back to Thomas the Tank Engine after this stream. Or after this, not this stream. After this logging run. Because I'm not going to let that stupid diesel ruin my night. CCRR, what's that? Creedence Clearwater Revival Railroad. Oh, that's neat. Are you talking about a fictional road name for your model railroad, or are you talking about a fictional road name for railroads online? Shoes. That is the worst typo I've seen you have all night, Joel. Shoes. Alright. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Well, maybe you shouldn't be eating all the sand out of my sand domes and it wouldn't happen. It's obvious the sand that you've been eating out of my sand domes is like having crack-like effects on you. No, I overshot the stupid thing. I do not like British whistles. They are the most, to me, the most like shrill, annoying sounds on earth. Like they're all, a lot of them are just these awful single chimes that are just intolerable. The only one, yeah, they do give me a headache too. I think the only one that doesn't is like the A4 whistle, or A3, what is it? It's like a 3 chime or something. Yeah, the A4, that's what it was. I haven't heard of Great Western two-tone. I'll have to look that up. Alright, we're going to park these cars in this yard and we're going to switch over to Train Sim World. We're going to try this stupid diesel fireworks mission again. Hopefully I don't rage quit a Thomas game again. That's meant for probably literal children because of how simplified the controls are. Jesus. I have absolutely butchered words while texting as well, so. My phone likes to autocorrect words that don't need to be autocorrected, but then it'll let me, like, accidentally mistype a word into oblivion and won't fix it. So that's always fun. Yeah, that'll do it. My phone does that currently. My phone has so many misspelled words that it thinks is the proper spelling now that it like keeps changing the proper words to the misspelled ones because I've misdone it so many times. Mothership. Oh, I should probably check on the fire again. Yep, this thing just burns through fuel like crazy. I probably should put water in this thing too. Lakeshore, what does it say? Lakeshore Drive. Why is it changing what I'm typing into? I put it in my watch later. I'll watch it later. Yeah, that's after I get this train put back in the roundhouse. I don't even think I'm standing, I'm just hovering. I'm literally hovering right now. Say something funny. Something funny. Best way to get money is, so you kind of have to exploit the game's industries to be able to make really good money. I can give a demonstration really quick though, once I park the train, before I change games real quick. If you want to make money really fast in a really cheesy way, you can make like $100,000 within an hour. But you have to be really cheesy with it. I actually think I still have some of the tracks intact from it. I'm just going to give an example real quick of how to make money really fast in this game. Oh, that's not facilities. Where's my facilities? I'm all out of freaking logging camps. But to make money really fast, you just set up a logging camp. You set up a sawmill like this. Then you set up an iron ore mine. And then you set up another station. So I'm out of logging mills to set up. If I did have any available, I'd set it up here. But basically what you do with the sawmill, or the logging camp, where's the stupid link at? Basically you would set up a sawmill right here, and then you would have the logs load flat cars placed on this track here. Then you'd have them all offloading right here. And then you just basically you fill up this entire thing until it's at max capacity with logs. And then you come over here and then you start transferring using these cranes all the goods over here to the iron ore mine. You keep doing that until it's fully filled up. And then once the iron ore mine is filled up, you start dumping it all into a ore car here and then unloading it at the station here. And you can make like $100,000 in-game currency within like an hour doing that. So that's how I was able to buy all the locomotives I have right now relatively quickly, like within a day. It's really cheesy. It's not how you're meant to play the game, but if you want to progress really quickly, that's how you do it. And then whenever wood runs out, you just stop what you're doing, you dump all the log cars back over here, and then you just keep doing it. So that's a really fast way to make money. Oh, we're back to absolute silence because the developers decided not to put any background noise in. That's cute. All right. Time to go into the yard so I can get mad at playing a Thomas game. This siding available. It won't let me zoom in. Well, I guess I have to go look at the yard personally then and see what I have room for on the sidings. All right, I can fit all the cars right here. Shade of heaven. Actually, I did that on one of my last streams, except it went to hell instead of heaven, and the train like plummeted off it immediately. That poor Mason bogey, still sitting down in a ditch somewhere. Oof. There will be boiler explosions in Century of Steam, Southern Rail fan. It's called seizure. Oh, I found this really neat glitch. I don't know if it's going to work, but I found a really neat glitch the other day. We're going to do this glitch, and then I'm going to get really mad at a stupid Thomas the Tank Engine game. My PlayStation is making a groaning sound trying to render all of this right now. Cheech and Chong, maybe. Look at how small the map itself to the game is compared to all the background stuff. Like, look at how much space is just all background. It doesn't even get used compared to the playable map. The last time I did this, my system crashed. So if the live stream just suddenly ends, my system crashed. Why won't it let me? Well, if the system crashes, I'll be restarting the stream. Here we go. Why isn't it doing anything? It's supposed to be falling. He's not falling. The last time I did this, he started falling and it was hilarious. It's not doing it now. Yeah, but like he was glitching out when he fell last time, though. This is just like casually falling. Like the game was having like a seizure the last time I did this and it crashed. Oh, this isn't fun. Well, oh, it is falling. What is this? Oh, I remember building that. Well, I'm going to save this and I'm going to restart the stream. If you want to watch a 24-year-old man get angry at a Thomas the Tank Engine game meant for children, I'll be starting that stream right after closing this one here real quick. All right, I'll be back in a second on the next stream.